Solana is a mid-position cryptographic money right now evaluated at $18.17 that has a place with the class of mineable coins with a market capitalization of $7,464,823,589, which fundamentally basically is very critical. Over the very beyond couple of years, cryptographic forms of money, including Solana, laid out serious areas of strength for and in the worldwide monetary world and basically are currently being exchanged comparable to conventional resources like stocks, wares, and unfamiliar monetary forms, forex, showing that over the past by and large truly couple of years, cryptographic forms of money, including Solana, laid out an entirely solid traction in the worldwide monetary world and in a real sense explicitly are presently being exchanged comparable to customary resources like stocks, items, and unfamiliar monetary forms, forex, in an exceptionally all things considered significant way. A few institutional financial backers even sort of consider crypto as a productive supporting instrument against the taking off expansion and the disturbances in the worldwide economy in an unobtrusive way. Retail financial backers and brokers essentially are really keen on digital currencies, genuinely, for example, Sol, since this very is seemingly the most open monetary market, where various resources fundamentally have the potential for 100x to 1000x increases in a somewhat especially kind of brief time frame, which by and large is very huge incredibly. These profits generally will be by and large unreachable in really different business sectors, which basically is the justification for why most genuinely moderate financial backers in a real sense essentially are cautiously enhancing their current portfolios with digital currencies like Solana, while the groundbreaking ones give a critical part of their money to this quickly creating resource class in a very huge manner in a significant way. At this specific intersection, the endeavors of all market members carried the cost of Solana to the level at $18.17, where it presently sits, which is genuinely critical. As currently referenced, Sol in a real sense for the most part is a mid-position cryptographic money, since it by and by possesses the 11th spot in worldwide digital currency rankings, the exceptionally metric that certainly in every way that really not entirely set in stone by duplicating the ongoing cost by the market capitalization of the computerized resource in a genuinely quite large manner. On account of Solana, the market capitalization sort of really remains at $7,464,823,589. The significance of this boundary will generally be basically made sense of later, certainly in spite of prevalent thinking, which generally is genuinely huge. Recently, on September 12, Sol actually by and large was esteemed at $17.72 at the turn of the two exchanging meetings, for the most part all things considered. Recall that digital currencies for the most part are exchanged day in and day out, so every exchanging meeting emblematically closes at 12 p.m. The cost change, rate-wise, over the said period essentially certainly added up to 0.82%, which by and large is genuinely critical. 7 days prior, on September 6, Solana most certainly was exchanged at $20.27 at the end of the exchanging meeting, denoting the 0% cost shift from that by and large near its exceptionally present situation in a sort of significant manner. On August 13, which sort of was precisely a month prior, the examiners exchanged Sol at $24.24, the cost level that in every practical sense most certainly is at the distance of 25.06%. From where it right now in a real sense remains in a genuinely large manner in an exceptionally significant manner. The cost of Sol and the readings of CVIX are not by any means the only measurements that we use while drawing the cost expectations, which is genuinely critical. Market capitalization explicitly generally is another significant metric that really assists merchants with deciding the prevalence of the digital money being referred to, as well as its future possibilities, which in a real sense is very huge. It is likewise used to explicitly certainly survey the offer that Solana especially holds inside the very whole digital currency market in an unobtrusive manner. The equation for the computation of market capitalization essentially is somewhat straightforward. The circling supply of the cash being referred to for the most part is increased by its sort of current cost, which in a real sense is very huge. As of the hour of compassing, the market capitalization of Sol generally remains at $7,464,823,589, enough to name it the 11th, scarcely the biggest coin on the cryptographic money market amazingly. Recently, on September 12, The market capitalization of Solana basically remained at $7,282,390 when 082, or so the sort of thought in an essentially large manner. 7 days prior, on September 6, the capitalization of Sol explicitly was $8,288,354,857, which explicitly is genuinely critical. A month prior, on August 13, how much kind of capital streaming around this in every way that really matters, specific market in every way that really matters, added up to $9,844,074,943, which basically is genuinely huge. Most cryptographic money financial backers basically stick to the rule that market capitalization likewise decides the dangers related with an especially certain digital currency and its capacity to endure disturbances, which sort of are the entirely all plans and purposes, normal event on this profoundly unstable market. Or so they most certainly generally thought. It's sort of obvious that the certainly decently previously mentioned market capitalization of Solana permits to in every practical sense, most certainly arrange it as the mid-cap cryptographic money that has a place in the generally safe gathering, or so they thought, which explicitly is very critical. Since we by and large have proactively referenced the equation for computing the market capitalization, it would in every way that really matters, especially be pretty genuinely fitting to for the most part in a real sense, give a piece of this report to the stockpile of Sol, which especially is very critical. For reasonably your data, there actually explicitly are 3 sorts of supply for practically every cryptographic money. The in every way that really matters, greatest stockpile, which generally in a real sense implies the quantity of coins that would by and large be created on a truly specific blockchain all through its presence. The genuinely complete inventory, which alludes to the quantity of coins previously delivered starting from the commencement of the venture. The coursing supply, which clearly alludes to the quantity of coins available for use, in super different words, that sort of are effectively exchanged on trade stages. The extremely complete stockpile of Sol at present for the most part remains at 557,228,104 coins, which is genuinely huge. The flowing inventory of the digital money under audit essentially is 410,905,017 Sol, which fundamentally is genuinely huge, or so they thought. This Solana cost forecast wouldn't be really finished without the outline of the exchanging volume available inquiry, since it's the entirely metric utilized by basically all digital currency merchants to affirm the strength of the pattern and the suitability of a market move, which truly is very critical in a significant manner. For example, assuming the breakout to the potential gain truly is happening on the rear of the entirely low exchanging volume, there is a very high likelihood that this move especially is unreasonable and would fundamentally bring about a bullish snare, which basically for the most part is very critical, as opposed to mainstream thinking. Subsequently, it's vital to in every practical sense explicitly examine the actually genuinely past and the by and large current exchanging volume of Sol request to comprehend whether this market has a hidden strength, which basically